Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our forum. And the title is Bridging Practice and Theory Pragmatics and the Philosophy of Language. I'm Shazwan, your moderator for today, together with our presenters, Irfan, Atif, Mirza, and Anik. We'll explore how people don't just use words, but meaning shaped by culture, intention, and situation. Let's begin with Irfan, who will start by explaining what pragmatics really means in language studies.
Thank you, Shazwan. Pragmatics, in simple terms, is about how we use language in context, while grammar focuses on sentence structure and semantics deals with, literal meaning. Pragmatics asks, what do speakers really mean? It studies how meaning changes depending on who we talk to, when, where, and why. For example, imagine a teacher says, "It's noisy in here." They're probably, probably not just making an observation. They're indirectly telling students to be quiet. Helps us understand such indirect meanings, tones, politeness, and implied intentions. This also connects to culture. In some culture, being indirect is polite, or in others, people use hints to show respect. So, understanding pragmatics helps us avoid misunderstandings, especially when communicating across cultures. Overall, pragmatics reminds us that communication isn't about words, it's about meaning between people. Now, let's hear from Atif, who will connect this with the philosophy of language.
Alright, thank you so much, Ifan. That's really interesting, especially the part about indirect meaning. It reminds me that words alone can't carry all the meaning we want to express. That's where the philosophy of language becomes so important. The philosophy of language explore deep questions like what does it mean to mean something, how do words connect in the world, and how do we actually communicate ideas through language. Philosophers like J.L. Austin and John Searle introduced the concept of speech acts, that when we speak, we are not only saying something, but we are doing something. For instance, when someone says, "I promise," they are not describing an action, they are performing one. Saying "I apologize" or "I declare" are similar. These examples show that language can be action itself. This idea shaped modern pragmatics and helped linguistics see communication as a purposeful social activity. What's fascinating is how everyday talk reflects these philosophical ideas. When we politely refuse something or make suggestions, we perform subtle speech acts. It is all about intention, tone, and shared understanding between speaker and listener. Mirza, I think you have got some great examples of how this appears in real life communication, right?
Yes, thank you, Ate. I completely agree. Pragmatics is everywhere in daily communication. Think about jokes, sarcasm, or even text messages. When someone texts, sure, fine, you instantly know they're not really fine. The tone and emoji change the meaning completely. That's a clear example of how context and shared knowledge help us interpret messages beyond words. Another example is when someone says, "Do you know what time it is?" Most of the time, they're not testing your knowledge, they're politely asking for the time. Our brains automatically fill in the social meaning. Pragmatics helps explain how we do that without even realizing it. From a philosophical view, this shows that meaning doesn't live inside words, it lives in people. Language is cooperative. We interpret, infer, and negotiate meaning together. That's what makes communication both beautiful and complex. Anik, I believe you have something to add about how this applies to language learners.
Exactly, Mirza. For language learners, understanding pragmatics is just as important as learning grammar or vocabulary. You can speak fluently, but if you don't understand how context changes meaning, you might sound rude, confusing, or unnatural. For instance, in English, if someone asks, "Can you help me?" and you reply, "Yes, I can," it's grammatically correct, but pragmatically, it sounds strange. The expected answer is sure or of course. So, pragmatics teaches learners the real life rules of communication. It also helps us become actually aware. In some cultures, saying no directly is rude. So people use indirect phrases like "I'll try my best." If learners don't know this, they might misunderstand the message. In short, pragmatics builds not only linguistic skill but also social intelligence, the ability to read situations, understand tone, and respond appropriately. Shazwan, I think this really shows why our topic connects theory with everyday practice.
Yes, absolutely. You all made great points, linking theory to real communication. Before we close, let's have a quick Q&A for reflection. Here's a question for all presenters. How can understanding pragmatics improve communication in real life?
I think it helps us to be more sensitive to others. We learn to think about what people really mean, not just what they say.
I agree with you, Ifan. It helps us avoid miscommunication, especially when dealing with different cultures or backgrounds.
It also improves relationship. We become better listeners and more thoughtful speakers.
Yes, and it builds confidence in communication. We learn how to sound natural and respectful in different situations.
Thank you, everyone, for the insightful sharing. We learn how pragmatics and philosophy of language are not just theories, but powerful tools to understand how humans communicate meaningfully. That concludes our forum. Thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy the discussion.